Hey everyone. Today, I want to share a profound story about the life of Ozzy Osbourne, the man we all know as the godfather of heavy metal music. It's also a story about a healing journey, not just for him, but for those around him. Ozzy Osbourne, the music legend, passed away on July 22nd after a long battle with Parkinson's disease. And even though he's no longer with us, the impact he's left on his fans, the music world, and the priceless life experiences will live on forever. So, what can we learn from Ozzy Osbourne's life? Ozzy was born in 1948 in Birmingham, England. He was the frontman of Black Sabbath, the pioneering heavy metal band. Whether you're a fan or not, no one can deny his influence on music. But Ozzy's life wasn't easy. He faced many challenges in his early years, including struggles with addiction. Yet, with every fall, he got back up and kept fighting. In his later years, he found a new life through real-life experiences, like the TV show The Osbournes with his family. Have you ever felt that way? Sometimes, we go through unexpected struggles, but it's those very challenges that help us grow and discover our true selves. Spirituality is the connection between suffering, loss, and the ability to regenerate. Ozzy, with all his passion for music, found a way to heal, not only for himself, but for his fans as well. Sharon Osbourne, his wife, who stood by him throughout this long journey, expressed deep appreciation for the tributes from friends and fellow musicians like Gavin Rossdale, Elton John, and Jason Momoa. They remembered Ozzy not only as a rock legend, but also as a person with profound qualities. I remember a friend once told me, when we look at the lives of famous people, we often just see the glitz and glamour. But behind that sparkle are stories of struggle, pain, and moments of healing. Spirituality isn't something distant. It's the ability to find peace within yourself, no matter what's going on around you. One thing I always remind myself is this: healing doesn't come from avoiding difficulties. Healing comes from learning to face the darkness, accept it, and turn it into a part of who we are. Ozzy did that. He not only survived his years of addiction, but he also embraced his weaknesses and mistakes, and from that, he learned how to live fully. So, do you want to heal your own energy? Do you want to find the strength to overcome life's challenges? Start by facing yourself, just like Ozzy did. Sometimes, we need to let go of old fears and unnecessary worries to open up a new path. On July 22nd, Ozzy Osbourne, the rock music legend, passed away at the age of 76 after a long battle with Parkinson's disease. Sharon Osbourne, Ozzy's beloved wife, spoke out for the first time following his passing. She expressed her deep gratitude for the tributes from friends, colleagues, and Ozzy's fans. Condolences and tributes from artists like Elton John, Gavin Rossdale, and Jason Momoa were sent to Ozzy, remembering him not only as a music legend, but also as a kind-hearted, vibrant man. Can you imagine? A person who lived in the spotlight for over 50 years, going through countless ups and downs in his career and life, and yet, in the end, the tributes he received were so powerful. This is a clear testament to a life lived fully, not just by talent, but by the way a person lives. Ozzy Osbourne wasn't just a music star. He was also a man with untold stories behind the scenes. From a tough childhood, struggles with addiction, to rising again and building a successful solo career. And let's not forget Black Sabbath, the band Ozzy led, which became an icon of the heavy metal genre. Throughout his career, he won millions of hearts with his strong, unique performance style. As you probably know, the Osbourne family became one of America's most famous families through the reality show The Osbournes. We saw Sharon, Ozzy, and their children like Jack and Kelly go through life's ups and downs together. It wasn't just a reality show. It was an insightful look into the daily life of an ordinary family, even though their father was a music legend. And in all these stories, there's one thing we can't overlook: the deep relationship between Sharon and Ozzy, a love that lasted over 30 years, enduring countless storms and challenges. Sharon even became Ozzy's manager, helping him through the toughest times in his career. It was this bond, this love, that was key to helping Ozzy overcome not just challenges in his work, but also in his personal life. So, have you ever wondered if you found a relationship like that in your own life? A relationship where you always feel loved, valued, and can overcome anything together? That's something we learn from Ozzy and Sharon. Love isn't just about romantic moments. It's about companionship, understanding, and supporting each other through life's challenges. Ozzy's passing has left a sense of loss not only in the music community, but also in the hearts of millions of fans worldwide. A legend is gone, but the legacy he left will live on in the hearts of his fans. For me, the story of Ozzy and Sharon is not just a lesson in love, but also a lesson in inner strength, about facing suffering and overcoming it. Today, I want to share with you a deeper look at a music legend, a man who not only faced the highs and lows of his career, but also fought battles within himself. That man is Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne's influence on rock music. Osbourne is an icon of the heavy metal genre, not just because of his powerful, distinctive voice, but also because of his unmistakable performance style. Ozzy, along with Black Sabbath, helped redefine global rock music, especially within the heavy metal genre. You can easily recognize the music style of Black Sabbath through hits like Iron Man, Paranoid, and War Pigs, songs that are not only rock anthems, but also carry deep messages about war, death, and resistance. Ozzy's career spanned over 50 years, marked not only by legendary albums, but also iconic tours that changed the landscape of rock music worldwide. Can you imagine? Over 50 years, filled with countless ups and downs, but Ozzy and Black Sabbath's music still holds its value, continuing to have a powerful influence on generations to come. Ozzy himself helped shape a genre that millions of people love, and it's no surprise he's considered one of the pioneers in the rock world. The battle with Parkinson's and his resilience. But Ozzy's life wasn't all about the spotlight. He faced one of the greatest challenges anyone can face: Parkinson's disease. Even though he battled this illness for many years, Ozzy maintained an extraordinary optimistic spirit and continued to love music. The image of Ozzy, a man in his 70s, still standing on stage, singing and playing music, proves the strength of his willpower and passion. Ozzy's story is a clear example of how passion can help us overcome any adversity. A man who once fell because of addiction faced inner battles, but still stood up, not just to live, but to contribute to music. Have you ever felt that way? Sometimes in life, we face challenges beyond our control, but what matters is that we find strength in the things we love, in our passion. Family as a strong spiritual support. But one key factor that can't be overlooked when talking about Ozzy is family. The relationship between Ozzy and Sharon, along with their children, is one of the most important emotional supports that helped him overcome life's challenges. Sharon wasn't just his wife. She was also his dedicated manager, always by his side during tough times, through years of facing illness and addiction. The unity within the Osbourne family, showcased on the reality show The Osbournes, became a priceless source of encouragement for Ozzy to face personal trials. Have you ever felt the strength of family in your life? Sometimes, it's the closest relationships, the people who love us most, that help us become our strongest when we face difficult times. Spirituality isn't something too far-fetched or abstract. Sometimes it comes from the connection between us and our loved ones. Those moments of sharing, those bonding moments, are part of the energy healing within each of us. Cultural influence beyond music. Ozzy Osbourne is not just a musician. He's a pop culture icon. From his crazy moments on stage to his everyday stories, Ozzy has become an inseparable part of global pop culture. With his bold lifestyle and shocking actions, Ozzy created a unique image that no one could ever forget. But it's exactly this that helped him form a special connection with fans around the world, not just for his music, but for the person he was. His solo career and shocking moments. Imagine this. Back in the 80s, when everyone thought rock and roll was just about loud guitars and energetic tunes, Ozzy shocked the world by biting the head off a bat during a live performance. That was a crazy act, one that could have led to unwanted consequences, but it became a legend in rock history. Can you picture it? A moment we all still refer to when talking about Ozzy, not just as a symbol of rebellion, but also as proof of his live life to the fullest attitude. It wasn't just an act of rebellion. It was Ozzy expressing his strong personal identity, unafraid of criticism or societal pressure. This is what made him an irreplaceable icon, not only in music, but in the lifestyle of those who seek freedom, creativity, and authenticity. Tributes from fellow artists. Recently, after Ozzy's passing, many famous artists like Elton John and Gavin Rossdale publicly expressed their respect and sorrow for him. But what's special is that they didn't just mention Ozzy as a music legend. They also talked about him as a friend and a colleague they deeply cherished. These tributes didn't just come from admiration for his talent, but from the sincere friendships and empathy Ozzy built with those around him. It's a beautiful story about friendship and the appreciation one can have for the people around them, whether they're big stars or just ordinary folks. Have you ever thought that in this world full of competition and rivalry, it's these genuine relationships that help keep us stronger than ever? Ozzy's story with music, friends like Elton John, clearly shows this. So, what do you learn from everything Ozzy Osbourne gave? Could it be that sometimes it's those crazy moments that make us stand out and leave a wider impact than ever? And in life, isn't it those sincere relationships, gratitude, and appreciation that give us the strength to overcome the hardest challenges? The immortal legacy of music and culture. One thing is certain: although Ozzy has passed, his music, especially his work with Black Sabbath and his solo projects, will live on in the hearts of fans. No matter how much time passes, songs like Iron Man, Paranoid, Crazy Train continue to play at concerts, in movies, and even in people's everyday lives. Those songs aren't just music. They're parts of music history, lessons in rebellion, struggle, and the desire for freedom. Black Sabbath and Ozzy's compositions will continue to be remembered as an essential part of rock music. Just think about it. How many bands and artists have been inspired by Ozzy's music? What he contributed paved the way for countless future generations of musicians who have carried on and created new works while still holding on to the spirit of Black Sabbath. It's these works that have built an immortal musical legacy. And it's not just the music. Ozzy was also a major part of pop culture. His moments, everyday stories, shocking stage acts, and not to mention The Osbournes show, where Ozzy and his family opened their lives to the world. That's the image of a family with struggles, but also full of love and connection. Something not everyone can easily show. A life of struggles and achievements. Ozzy's life was a journey full of challenges. From his early years of hardship and addiction to a glorious solo career and his legendary comeback with Black Sabbath, Ozzy proved that no matter how tough life gets, we can always stand up and be stronger than ever. He is a living example of the never give up spirit, resilience in pursuing passion, and loving life. Ozzy's passing and his legendary status. Ozzy's passing has left a huge void in the hearts of his fans and the music community. But one thing is certain: his passing only solidifies his legendary status in the hearts of fans worldwide. The stories of him, his songs, and his moments on stage will continue to be passed down to future generations. Ozzy's image will forever be a symbol of rebellion, strong personality, and, more importantly, an inspiring life. So, how do you feel when you think about Ozzy Osbourne? Can you imagine how your life might change if we learned from his resilience, his love for music, and his love for family that he shared all his life? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you feel inspired by this video, don't forget to share it so these inspiring stories can reach even more people. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.